center and your breath. And greeting O Sensei, founder of Aikido, Sensei Hirei. And Onegaishimasu. Welcome to the following series of home dojo sessions. So we are accumulating quite a few sessions now. I believe this is session 7. And yeah, it's getting interesting to see what we can actually potentially do with online content. So it's a totally new thing for me. But yeah, it's also a discovery. I'm discovering ways of moving with Aikido or using Aikido ideas to bring a new expansion in my understanding of Aikido. Even though I can't connect to a person, it makes me also expand my thoughts about how to do Aikido. And eventually, when I get to do Aikido, maybe I'll be able to benefit from this as well. And hopefully you can too, by following these videos. This week, the theme is mushin, which means empty mind. And that the very subject, actually what I was talking about, is discovering and exploring and having an innocent mind. We tend to practice in a way where we see everything as if we've seen it before. Oh yeah, I've done that, I've seen that. Yeah, okay, let's do it again, let's repeat. Yeah, the danger is we go into a kind of mode of autopilot. And mushin allows us to be always surprised, always fresh in our mind about even things we've done hundreds and thousands of times. So a new experience, as it should be, because actually every experience we do in the future will be a new experience, even if it's a repetition of an exercise or a practice or a daily routine. Actually, every time it's a new experience. It's only that our mind tricks us into thinking, yeah, I know this. So mushin is a great practice, it's a great training for just being alert and aware and playful and childlike and discovering. So this is hopefully what we can do in this session. We'll do a small session today, but it will be interesting how to warm up with Tai Chi-like exercise, a Qigong exercise. We're warming our upper body, and then we'll go into doing some ukemis in a very explorative, playful way. And I'd like to finish with some bokken movement. Last week we did Jo, so let's move on to bokken this week and see how we can move in different directions with the bokken to finish. Okay, today I'd like to make a warm up with the upper body, flowing warm up. It's a little bit adopted by Tai Chi or Qigong exercises, but it can be very useful in the Aikido to connect your movement of the hand with the movement of your center. So we're doing a lot of connected movement from the center, and then we'll adopt this style, this way of moving, and put it into how we would move, for example, into an ikkyo, uchi or nage, into an irimi nage. So how we would do that as uke, because uke is also, the role of uke is also to move from the center. It's not to be stuck back in the center and just hold on with the arm. Uke also wants to move from the center actually. And so this first exercise, this Qigong exercise, is a good warm up for the body. And so just loosen your shoulders first of all, loosen your head. Breathe, so really important to breathe out as well. Just shake the body left and right. Keep the knees soft. And make the shoulders relaxed. And the knees soft again. And just the feet about 1.5 to 2 shoulder widths wide, not too wide. So there should be enough possibility for you to move from one foot to the other. And let's just start that slowly, going from one side to the other. Breathe out as you put your weight on one foot. Breathe in as you come to the center. Breathe out as you put your weight on the other side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Weight into the foot. Breathe in. And feel the breath coming from the diaphragm. times. And hands together. So sitting into the stance a little bit, keep the spine straight. Now moving from our center to that other leg again, breathing out and reaching the one hand, reach it back. So some teachers say, imagine there's a golden ball or something in your hand and you don't want to drop it, you don't want to turn the palm. So the palm stays up as you transfer your weight to the one foot, breathing in, and then extend the fingers behind you, keeping the palm up, and then bringing the hand over the head. Still moving from your center and pass the ball to the other hand. Then we transfer our weight to the other foot. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And we switch right hand, left hand. We flow, starting from the center. Keeping this theme of innocent mind, empty mind, just enjoying the experience from inwards. Discovering the movement. One more time on the left side. Let's do the same movement in reverse. So we apply our weight on that side. Now we bring the hand over the head first, and then bring it in front, scoop it behind, always keeping that palm up, and then switch to the other side. In, breathe out, palm is up, breathe in, breathe out, switch hands, breathe in, breathe out. Always the weight going on one foot and the other. Breathe out. One more time on each side. And change. And bringing the hands back. So now we do the both hands simultaneously. We need to work with our spine a bit more, drawing the belly inwards. And now we're parallel with the feet. So we're still moving our center, we're just changing the angle of our hips and bringing the center down so we can reach our hands forwards, keeping the palms up as we rotate the hands over the head. Let's do that a few times. Breathe in, breathe out. Hands go back, breathe in, cross over your head, and then cross by the belly. Breathe in, and breathe out. And then we'll do it the other direction. Hands go over the head first, breathing in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Always with a calm mind, relaxed mind helps a relaxed body. So no stress in the movements, no stress in your head. Let the movement happen naturally and smoothly. We avoid the fight or flight mode, of course. Alright, so those were the preparation and warm-up movements with the arms. So we're warming up our upper body and our breath as we move our body weight from our center. Then let's practice from this same stance, why not? Imagine you're grabbing a hammy with a hand though, and you're being drawn a little bit forwards as if your partner is going to take you into ikkyo. Then your partner approaches you and lifts his hand as he approaches you, so he brings the center towards you, and you're being stretched a bit to the side, and then your hip will naturally roll into this pin, almost being pinned there, and then coming back on the other side. So now we're practicing ukemi without partner, visualizing grab, making the grab, being taken a bit off balance, then your partner drawing his body towards you as he raises the hand, and then rolling over the shoulder of the hand. Now we're warmed up with those tai chi exercises. You can really feel the rotation and rolling of the shoulder. Let's do it on the other side again. So we go here and we're breathing right. And we're being extended upwards. And the attacking of the center from the partner would roll your weight over to the side. And one more time on that side. Take it off balance a little bit, then it comes back, and you roll into that position, kind of a lunge, yoga position there, and you come back. Okay, change. Let's do the shionage position. So now the hand will come up over the neck. Right, so the partner is being grabbed, and they're extending it forward again, but now the palm is turned upwards, and they approach your body as they raise the hand, step in, turn, and then place your hand on your neck, shionage. Let's do that on the other side, you're extended, and off balance, and they come in, and they attack your center there. You go onto the knee for the ukemi. And the other side, bending the knees a bit, breathe out, onto the knee. And one more time, breathe in, breathe out, onto the knee. And one more is fun one in nage. So you're extended a little bit, but then the partner brings your hand across your face, and then you're just balanced going back into a backward roll and coming up. And the other side, extended, reach up, and then you go into your knee. And again, extending up and on the knee. And one more time. Feel that extension, and then being drawn in with the hand to bring you onto your knee. So ura versions are also nice to do, ikkyo ura. So instead of going this way to the side, the ikkyo ura will bring your hand behind your tail and lead your body in a spiral-like motion. So you see if you can do that in one motion. So your hand is now going behind, spiraling, and you come back almost to the same, facing the same way. Again, up and around, zoom. Michael Jackson-like, over the head, spiraling behind the tail, and one. Ikkyo ura. Then shihonage ura. Shihonage ura would be like, so omote is going across, ura it just goes up, and then you go into the knee. Because your partner goes around the back of you. So you're extending here, it goes up and onto the knee. And the other side, up, onto the knee. And yeah, onto the knee. Yeah. And now, ura is a fun one where your partner will lead you out. The hand will go out. You'll follow your center, goes across the face, and you go into the knee. And the other side. Being led out with the hand, you follow your center, goes across the face, and you go on the knee. One more time. Right side. And the left side. Okay. A little explanation about uke-tachi 1 to 6. So the uke-tachi is basically, it's a bokken movement, working with a sword line, a sword cut in different directions. So 1 to 6, loosely based on the uke-tachi of Saito Sensei. It comes from a Sai Sensei. But the uke-tachi 1 to 6 is a very useful way of helping you to change your body and cut in different ways and manage the space. So I'm going to walk you through uke-tachi 1 to 6, what we call the uke-tachi roll and the uchi-tachi roll. So with the Jo we have the uke and the uchi, where the uke finishes the kata, and in the bokken, the uke-tachi, we have the uke-tachi and the uchi-tachi, where the uke-tachi finishes the kata. And so, yeah, a little bit similar to uke and tori in Aikido, how things work in uke and tori, except that tori normally finishes the kata in the technique in Aikido. So it's uke-tachi finishing the movement in the bokken with the kumi-tachi. So I'm just going to show you first the uke-tachi roll and then the uchi-tachi roll for each kumi-tachi. So kumi-tachi number 1. Kumi-tachi number 1, uke-tachi roll. So uke-tachi opens with a little shift back, lifting as if it's going to do shomen-uchi, shifting back a little bit. And then actually making shomen-uchi, shifting forwards, or kuriashi. Then response to uke-tachi's movement will be yokomen on my right side. So I step back with my right leg, shomen-uchi at a slight angle, and step back with the left leg at a slight angle. So there's 2 yokomen-uchis coming from uchi-tachi. So I'll just show you that again. Uke-tachi's roll, raising the sword, shifting back, shift forward, shomen, right leg steps back, shomen, left leg steps back, shomen. Then uchi-tachi, responding to that. It might help if I was to turn this way, but then you'd see my back. I'll do it at an angle like this. What uchi-tachi is doing is responding to the opening of uchi-tachi by shifting forwards, making a ski. Then as the shomen comes down, stepping out to the left, making a sitting stance and holding the hands at head height, protecting the head, pointing the bokken to uke-tachi. Then uchi-tachi steps forward, left leg yokomen, and then with the right leg yokomen. Let's do that again. So right leg forward. So we have responding to uke-tachi, shift ski, protect to the left, left side yokomen, right side yokomen. Okay, kumi-tachi number 2, uke-tachi's roll. Uke-tachi raises the bokken to low section yokomen, then attacks the wrist of his or her partner, then receiving a ski from uchi-tachi, responding with pressure on the bokken, and take it back, shomen-uchi. Then exactly the same 3 moves, receive, apply pressure, shomen again. So you do that, those 3 moves twice. So let's repeat that. So it's up, low section yokomen, attack the wrist, step back, receive, pressure, shomen, receive, pressure, shomen. Then uchi-tachi's roll, I'll do it from this side. Tachi's roll, so synchronously with uke-tachi, raising the bokken, dropping into low section yokomen, while uke-tachi attacks the wrist, uchi-tachi receives it underneath. So deflects or counters by rolling the bokken underneath the bokken of uke-tachi, and then stepping forward to ski. Then from the pressure from uke-tachi, it goes over the shoulder, making yokomen, going under the bokken of the partner, stepping forward again, receiving the pressure, yokomen, finish. So review that. Uke-tachi's roll. 1, section yokomen, roll underneath, left side forward ski, yokomen on the other side, roll underneath, left side forward ski, and yokomen on the right side. Kumi-tachi number 3, uke-tachi's roll. So applying pressure to the left, turning the bokken to the left, receiving a yokomen from uchi-tachi on the right side, driving that right leg forward and the arms forward into a thrust to the neck, kiri, slice to the neck, and then left leg back, shomen-uchi. So let's go through that again. Turning the bokken to the left, applying pressure, receiving a yokomen, right through, back shomen. Uchi-tachi's roll, receiving that pressure, roll it over the head, and then protecting underneath, step forward, yokomen. And again, receiving that pressure, roll it over the head, shift to the side, protect the head, step forward, yokomen. Kumi-tachi number 4. So both rolls, both uke-tachi and uchi-tachi, start with a step back, making more space between each other. Then uke-tachi will make the opening invitation. And then both at the same time, simultaneously both driving forwards, connecting the bokken. Then, without any further impulse from uke-tachi, uchi-tachi goes to the other side. So, uke-tachi immediately steps back, receives it, gives the impulse, steps back, and makes shomen with the right leg forward. Let's go through that again. So both making a step back, uchi-tachi steps back, entering, receiving, an impulse, and shomen uchi. Let's do that again. Both make a step back, opening, entering, receiving, apply pressure, and shomen stepping back. Uchi-tachi's roll. So both make a step back, both joining after the invitation of uke-tachi. Then without the impulse from uke-tachi, just changing side. Left side ski, receiving the impulse, ukemi. Again, step back. Wait for the opening, opening comes, ski. Ski to the other side, receive the impulse, ukemi. Uke-tachi number 5. Uke-tachi number 5. Uke-tachi begins with opening to the side, like this, making an invitation like this. So the body is completely open. Then uchi-tachi will attack shomen. Uke-tachi goes underneath the shomen to the left, right leg forward. So this movement is important to do the right foot first and then the left foot. 1, 2. So from there, right leg forward. Make the opening, 1, 2. A little bit like the first move of uke-tachi number 1, except that you move the front foot first, not the back foot. Front foot and then the back foot. Ukemi, approaching each other, lifting the sword, so there's a struggle going on between uke and uchi at that point. And then stepping forward, turning, dropping gyaki ukemi. And then uke-tachi finishes with a cut down the middle line, shomen uchi. So let's go through those moves again. So from there, opening to the side, the right side. 1, 2. Ukemi, up. Low section ukemi, step back, shomen. Uchi-tachi's roll, receiving uke-tachi's movement. On the opening, making a shomen shifting forward, uke-yashi. A shomen receiving the ukemi of uke-tachi, and again, shomen stepping back. Both making this move, raising the sword, hitting the senkan, dropping the sword. Uchi-tachi steps forward, ukemi. And finally, kumi-tachi number 6. So uke-tachi steps forward, raising the bokken. At that point, uchi-tachi is in waki-kamai. And then uchi-tachi will attack by going underneath, cutting up with the sword. I receive it by stepping back and deflecting it to the side, on the left side. And then a ukemi uchi comes to my right side, I deflect it to the right side. And then a ukemi uchi comes on the other side, this side, and I respond with shomen. So let's do that again. So it seems to be very simple, but there's some minor movements in this kata. So stepping forward to make the opening, 1. Stepping back, deflection on the left side, deflect the ukemi on the right side, finish shomen in the middle. And uchi-tachi's role in kumi-tachi number 6 is as uke-tachi steps forward, uchi-tachi steps back into waki-kamai. And like I said, there's this upwards cutting motion, stepping forward, protecting the head, and then responding to the deflection, making the ukemi. There's another deflection from uke-tachi and ukemi on the other side. Do that, so it goes lifting together at the same time, stepping back, waki-kamai, forwards cutting up, ukemi, ukemi. So I hope you found it useful to follow those kumi-tachi. Of course, there are many variations in the Aikido world of the Aikiken, and this is a version that I learned. Found it very useful for them to change my posture and to cut together with the step in different directions and to be flexible in my movement. So it seems to be a very useful exercise to practice to prepare your Aikido. So next I'll show you a demonstration of kumi-tachi 1 to 6 with videos merged of the two roles, uke-tachi, uchi-tachi. Last week we practiced moving with the Jo in 4 directions and in 8 directions with various techniques. And this week I'd like to extend it to moving in 4 directions and 8 directions with the bokken. With very different ways of cutting with the bokken. So the bokken is useful for making cutting lines in different ways, like the uchi line is down the middle, the uchi line 30 degrees. We can make a horizontal line when we make, for example, shihonage. So we go horizontally turn and go down. So different ways, different lines that we can make cutting lines with the bokken. And then we can extend it by moving in those different directions. So we'll practice shomenuchi. Let's start with 2 directions, build up to 4 directions, eventually get to 8 directions, like we did last week with the Jo. Very interesting way of doing yokomenuchi as well, with an irimi tenkan. So we'll be irimi tenkan yokomen, irimi tenkan yokomen. And then changing the direction, irimi tenkan yokomen, irimi tenkan yokomen. So we'll practice that as well. And then finally, let's practice also shihonage in 4 directions. Alright, starting right leg forward. So just 2 directions, just to warm up. Shomenuchi. Ich, ni. Ich, ni. Ich, ni. Ich, ni. Ich, ni. Ich. And now let's practice 4 directions. So we have the right leg forward on 1 and 3, on the count of 1 and 3. We're going to step out to the right with the right leg. And then when we do it with the left leg forward, we'll step out to the left with the left leg on 1 and 3. So let's see how that works. 1, 2, 3, stepping out to the right. 3, 4, back to 1, step out to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now with the left leg forward, so on 1 and 3, stepping out with the left foot to the left. Ich, ni, san, yon. Ich, ni, san, yon. Ich, ni, san, yon. Ich, ni, san, yon. Ich. All right, let's build up to 8 directions. 8 directions. We go 4 directions, as we just did. Then we translate at 45 degrees. So with the right legs forward, again we step out to the right on 5. But then just step out to the right in front of you at 45 degrees to make the 5, 6, 7, 8 directions. So let's see how that goes. Slowly first. 1 forwards. 2 behind, 3 to the right, just like the 4 directions, 4. And now with 5, 6, 7, 8, we translate at 45 degrees, the right leg to the right. 5, 6, 7, 8, and again translating to the right with the right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. And let's do that on the left side, 8 directions. Remember to step out to the left with the left leg this time. On 1, 3, 5, and 7. Ich, ni, san, yon, go, ruk, shichi, hachi. Ich, ni, san, yon, go, rook, shich, hach, ich, ni, san, yon, go, rook, shichi, hach, ich, ni, san, yon, go, rook, shichi, hach, ich. Okay, so that was shomenuchi in 2, 4 and 8 directions. Let's do yokomenuchi in 2 directions first, with iribi tenkan. So we protect the head on the iribi, stepping forward. Tenkan, we cut 30 degrees. And then we do the same on the opposite side. Protect the head as you step forward, turn and cut. So that's 2 directions yokomen. Ich, ni, san, yon, go, rook, shichi, hachi, yu, ju. So now if we want to do 4 directions, we need to step across. We need to make like a cross step turn. Okay, let's try that. So the first 2 directions is the same as before. Ich, ni, and then we step across, san, yon. Ich, ni, san, yon. Ich, ni, san, yon. Ich. And left leg forwards. From the left leg forward starting. Ich, ni, san, yon. 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 Ich. Okay, and then let's make shihonage now. So remember, shihonage is cutting horizontally first, turning on the spot, and cutting down the middle. And we do that behind. And then again we make the cross step, like we did with ukemi, crossing over and cutting down. Okay, we start with the right leg forward. Ich, ni, san, yon. Ich, ni, san, yon. Ich, ni, san, yon. Ich. Left side forward. Ich, ni, san, yon. Ich, ni, san, yon. Ich, ni, san, yon. Ich. So we're coming to the end of our practice today. I hope you enjoyed these playful, flowing movements of ukemi. And the bokken movement is very useful for your spatial awareness again, but it also allows you to focus, refocus, look at each perspective in a new way. And important to keep the empty mind feeling in doing that practice as well, mushin. Okay, let's close off the session. First of all, going inwards again. Meditation pose, maybe close the eyes or half close the eyes. And just Find some calm and stillness. So sensei, Tango Aikido, Sensei Rei. Thank you for watching, and again, take care, be safe, and be strong. We're over the peak, I believe, and where the curve is flattening, so soon life will not be completely normal, but we're getting towards back to normal soon. So stay with it and keep watching. Until soon, take care.
ありがとうございました。